The Las Vegas locals we're hearing from say Metro isn't living up to its motto of being partners with the community by choosing aggressive enforcement over aggressive education. Game time at the Huntsman home is a little less lighthearted this week after the family's frightening encounter with police on July 1st. Were you scared?
Yeah, it was pretty stressful. 3 cop cars came up behind us, and there's like 6 cops surrounding us, and all the windows had to be rolled down.
On the way home from visiting a friend in Logandale, Denise Huntsman and her children decided to stop and get fireworks in Moapa, knowing they could save a little money.
They had a really good deal on sparklers, so I got a bunch of those for the kids.
Spending just under $150 for products they were assured were safe and sane.
The security guard at the front entrance guided us to that section because I said, I only want to buy legal fireworks.
She says everything she bought looked exactly like what she's seen at local fireworks booths in Clark County.
Just a little bit cheaper, so that was exciting, you know.
But the excitement was extinguished when about 60 seconds after leaving the reservation, lights began to flash in her rearview mirror.
It was almost like they were scoping us out and kind of setting us up for failure. Like watching us go in here, knowing that we were making a purchase, and then watching us go out only for us to cross that boundary for them to come and pull us over.
What they were doing was just taking our fireworks, technically, that we paid for and we thought were good fireworks.
I did ask if they would please allow me to take them back to the store so that I can get refunded, and they said, ma'am, you're not going anywhere with these fireworks, these illegal explosive devices, and they're not going anywhere in your car, and we're going to confiscate them. And I said, okay. So I just gave them the fireworks, and
What'd they give you in exchange?
they gave me a citation for $500 that I need to pay within like 15 days. So I'm out a lot of money, and I have no fireworks for 4th of July. So it kind of ruined the season a little bit.
Her family's story mirrors that of another Las Vegas local who reached out to 13 Investigates. 2nd grade teacher Errol Aiken and his daughters bought what they were told was legal from a store in Pahrump that had sent them a coupon. They got stopped by Metro, ticketed, and had their purchase confiscated within minutes of leaving the store.
They informed me they had plainclothes officers, and I said, well, great. If you had a plainclothes officer there, they would have noticed that I was asking employees, is it legal, is it legal, is it legal? They didn't, no comment to that with the police officer, but then I thought, why did they let me go out of the store if I was clearly identifying and asking, is this legal?
After that and other complaints, Nye County Sheriff Joe McGill told me he asked Metro to stop its covert enforcement actions at the Pahrump fireworks stores. And on Wednesday, Moapa Tribal Police sent Denise this email saying they'll look into what happened to her family.
I felt like I was scammed. I felt like I was set up for failure. I felt like I was deceived. I was deceived by both parties.
And in 2024, we started the campaign to enforce illegal fireworks sooner than the day of the 4th of July.
In a Thursday morning press conference, Metro, fire officials, and city and county leaders touted fireworks enforcement efforts.
The use of reader boards like the one you see on the screen to my left are put out in strategic areas, allowing people to see and be put on notice that the bringing of illegal fireworks into our community is something that we are not going to tolerate.
The reader boards say only safe and sane fireworks allowed, and that's what the Huntsman family and the Aiken family bought.
It's very wrong that they would not put up any signs and no warning that the fireworks all of them were illegal. And I would just tell them to fix that.
I asked Under Sheriff Andy Walsh about what our viewers are calling an overzealous dragnet, catching people who believe they're following the law. Is that an effective use of your officer's time and the type of enforcement you want to be doing?
Yes, any illegal firework that we can prevent from coming back into our community is an effective use of our enforcement and an effective use of our resources.
Even when they're sold as legal and safe and sane?
I can't speak to what's legal and safe and sane or what the businesses in other counties or jurisdictions tell their customers.
We asked Moapa's tribal administrator about that, and he deflected back to Metro, saying the Moapa Band of Paiutes is not an active participant in Metro's operation.
The stuff that's sold in other counties is not legal. Don't bring it back.
No matter what it is, even a sparkler.
I can't speak, Darcy, about a particular thing like a sparkler. I don't know about that incident. We can certainly, I have the people here that will look into that for me. I promise you that.
While Walsh says Metro will continue doing surveillance and enforcement along the entry points into Clark County, 11-year-old Jace wants them to remember one thing.
Not everyone is buying those fireworks to be illegal. Like, we just wanted to do it to have fun and to, like, celebrate 4th of July.
Both of the folks that you heard from in our story are contesting those $500 citations, and Metro has agreed to look into what happened to the mother in Moapa. Reporting from Metro headquarters, I'm Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.